In today's show, we're going to talk about motivation versus emotion. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Borman. And if you are coming through, please drop a like, share or comment and let me know that you've been through somehow, some way, some form. Sorry I'm a bit late. Trying to fucking sort out technical issues. How are we doing? Wednesday. Doesn't it feel like the days are just kind of like rolling into one? It doesn't feel like there is separate days. It just kind of feels out like, have you ever watched that film Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? It just kind of feels like that. Wake up, work, sleep, eat, repeat. But still, there are better times ahead and more fun to be had soon enough. So listen, let's look at two different type of guys. Let's look at Bob and Joe. Let's look at Bob and Joe going through Royal Marine training. One pulls out at 8 weeks, the other finishes the program and gets to the very end of the program, to the end of the training, and goes on to lead a great career. Let's look at the two guys again in another scenario. Both join a program. One drops off after 2 weeks. The other completes the 28-day course and changes the way that they live. In those scenarios, what is the biggest difference between both? Why does one quit and one keep going to achieve their goals? Now, there could be a magnitude of reasons. Things happening at home, people not being ready, people not investing in themselves, people not spending their time on themselves. But I guess in my experience of this, of having seen many lads quit, not just in the world that I'm in today in terms of the man coach, but I mean in terms of being a physical instructor in the Marines and watching the mentality of people quitting, of people leaving and being inconsistent. And one of the things that I've come to understand and learn over that period of time is the need for an emotional connection to the thing that you are doing. Now, many of you watching this will be relying purely on motivation. Motivation to go for a run. Motivation to show up. Motivation to journal. Motivation to eat well. Motivation to go to work. Motivation. Now, the problem with motivation, it's just an emotion. And most emotions will end up just coming and going. Look at happiness. We're happy, and then that happy subsides. We're miserable. That misery subsides. We are jealous. That jealousy disappears. We're motivated. That slowly disappears. And the way that you guys get motivated is by watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, watching sporting professionals on TV, watching other people, watching other things that are going on. And you become motivated to act. You're like, fucking hell, I'm inspired, I'm going out there, I'm going to get it. But it doesn't last long, right? It maybe lasts a week, maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and then it doesn't last any longer than that. And that's the problem with motivation. And when you look at those two scenarios at the very start of this show, the guys that continue to the end or the guys that drop off, whether it's Royal Marine training or my 28-day program or the 5-day program, the real difference in showing up consistently to the end is having the emotional connection to the reason you are doing it. Now, if you've got kids, when you do anything, most of the time we say we do it for our kids. There's that emotional connection to family. I'm doing this for my family. You know I've got to keep showing up for them. right? And we do that. But we don't ever have that when it comes to us improving the way that we live our life. And that's what we're trying to teach, right? That's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you how to live a better life, how to be more in control of your life, how to not let things completely take over, how to be in more control. I'm just trying to, if you like, give you the tools to improve the way that you live your life. But I could keep doing this. I'm on show 94 now. I've done 94 of these shows. Before it was the Rise to Thrive show, it was the Morning JV show. Must have done nearly 100 of that. Must have delivered content at a large level for the last 3 years. Yet still people are saying that they're not getting to where they want to be. Why? Because there is no connection to the mission. Number one, you probably haven't thought about a mission. You're just like, oh, I'm going for a run now. Fucking hell, he's done a marathon. I'm going to go for a run. Then we're straight back to the way we're living. The people that are most successful with changing the way that they live their lives. And by the way, when we say we're changing the way we live our lives, we're not saying we live a perfect life. We're not saying we live a life without hardship or bad days or wrong decisions. We're talking about a life where we have more resilience, more control over our emotions. We have more control over our mindset and our mental resilience and capabilities. Okay, that's kind of, it's a better way of being punched in the face all the time. You're learning to fight back. That's what I'm talking about. But in order to reach those levels and keep going and keep growing, because there is no end state here, you never get to that perfect place. It's a constant cycle of learning, constant cycle of improvement. We're constantly being tested. You have to have an emotional connection when adversity rears its ugly head and you have to fight back. So what is your emotional connection to you wanting to be better? Why do you emotionally want to be better? Why are you doing that? Some people call it a why. But if you are relying solely on motivation to get you through the day, to get you through the heartache, to get you up at 5 in the morning to go for that run while it's raining, you are going to fail. Some of you are breakthrough, but some of you can't rely purely on motivation. It's like a battery. It's eventually going to run out. We need something long term. We need something to consistently improve ourselves all of the time. Our fitness, our relationships, our well-being, our career. You have to have that emotional connection to want to change the job that you're in because you're unhappy with it, because it gives you no satisfaction and you don't want to spend the next 30 years in that career. You need an emotional connection as to why you need to lose the 2 or 3 stone that you've piled on over the years. You need an emotional connection to improve yourself mentally and emotionally to be the best version of yourself. So one of the things I want you to go away now, and if you want, like a task, start thinking and writing down why. What is your mission and what is your connection to that mission? And if you can't find your mission right now, then go out and do and implement and learn and find out more about yourself. Because then you start growing, you start failing, you start learning from that failure, you then gain experience from that learning and failing, you then grow. And that's how you build resilience, build coping mechanisms. Everyone's looking for the perfect end to this. It's just consistent improvements. There is no end state here. There is no like you as a final product. You can always improve. But without that emotional need to, without understanding why you need to, every 2 to 3 weeks you'll always fall off the wagon. You'll always come off path. And you'll forget. You'll hit your, what I would call, your 10-foot wall. And because you don't know the reason why you want to get through that 10-foot wall, you'll turn around and go back the way you've just come. All right, guys? I really hope that can give you some food for thought. Hopefully it can inspire you to go away and start thinking a little bit more about that emotional connection to what you want out of your life, rather than just solely relying on a Rise to Thrive show or a motivational video, and actually ingraining this into your system. All right. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how you can do that, even if you want to, and you want to come and work with me. You want to go into this in much more detail on our 28-day program, and I really hope that it offers you value, massive value. So Keep grinding, guys. Keep pushing. Keep staying optimistic. Keep staying fucking positive. It is super hard. Stay away from the news. Focus on your controllables consistently all of the time and forget about what's happening. Just control what you can control and keep showing up every day. Every fucking day.